They tried to destroy it, but time refused to die. Prague was burning. War swallowed the city, and the clock was caught in the flames. Welcome to History Bits Studio, where forgotten history comes back to life. But the horloge had already survived centuries. Its story began long before the fire. Prague, year 1410. A city of stone, faith, and stars. The clock was created by master clockmaker Mikula of Kodok and astronomer Jan Zindel. Not just a clock, but a map of the universe. Together, they built one of the most advanced clocks of its time. The dial shows the sun, the moon, and the stars. Below it, the calendar marked saints and seasons. But the horloge was more than science. It was also a moral lesson. Vanity watched herself. Greed clings to gold. Death reminded everyone that time ends. For centuries, the clock watched history pass below. But over time, legends began to grow around it. Stories born not from facts, but from fear and admiration. One legend speaks of Master Hanus, a clockmaker who worked on the horloge later, not its creator, but part of its mystery. According to the story, the city feared his talent, not because he was dangerous, but because he understood the clock too well. And so, the legend says, he was blinded, so he could never recreate the machine. A brutal story, meant to explain why the horloge remained unique. History cannot confirm this story. There is no proof it ever happened, but the legend survived, revealing more about people than the clock. The clock itself endured wars, plagues, and revolutions. Until 1945, the city fell silent before the fire returned. During the final days of the war, fire reached the old town hall. The clock was caught in the flames. Inside the clock, the wooden apostles burned. Centuries of craftsmanship turned to ash. The mechanism melted. Gears warped and froze in silence. Time stopped. After the war, Prague chose restoration over loss. The city refused to let the clock disappear. Clockmakers rebuilt every gear by hand. New apostles were carved from memory, without plans or drawings, only skill and remembrance. Slowly, the clock returned, scarred, imperfect, but alive once more. When the horloge moved again, it became more than a mechanism. It became a symbol of survival. Empires fell, kingdoms vanished, borders shifted again and again. Yet the clock remained, measuring time without loyalty to power or rulers. Today, crowds still gather beneath it, not to rule time, but to witness it. Phones replaced candles, screens replaced prayers. But the ritual continues. Every hour, the figures move, and for a moment, the city pauses. For a brief moment, strangers share the same silence, different lives, watching the same passing time. Generations come and go. Time passes from hand to hand, never stopping, never returning. Cities change, empires fade, but time leaves its mark on everything we build. The Prague astronomical clock does not control time. It only reminds us that time moves on with or without us. This was History Bits Studio.